So you beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. So recently Activision have chosen to sue one of the biggest cheat providers when it comes to Call of Duty Warzone, and that is engine owning. And today we're going to kind of discuss the repercussions of this happening and why it's taken Activision so long to do this in the first place. Now if you do enjoy the video at any portion, don't forget to drop a like, and if you are new here, consider subscribing with the notification bell clicked so you get my Call of Duty videos as soon as they are published. So Activision are suing the likes of Engine Owning, one of the biggest cheat providers when it comes to Call of Duty and Call of Duty Warzone, for the tidy sum of $1 billion. They want $2,500 per cheat sold, which is in the realms of about 500,000 cheats that have been sold by this company. From my perspective, if I was a smaller company like this and I knew that Activision was coming for me, I'd probably stop what I was doing straight away. But there are some people that have egos and believe that they can't be tracked down, and they listen, there are people out there that get bills from debt collectors and just put them in the bin and believe that they can bury their head in the sand and nothing will ever come about it. And I'm not saying that Engine Owning is definitely going to get caught by Activision, because there's certain legalities that I'm not sure of, especially the fact that they're in Germany and Activision is based in the US. But under my understanding, they still can go for this company, whether it's to act from their European headquarters, which would change things totally change the landscape. I've seen American companies go for cheat providers in Germany before and win. So that, to me, is something that I know Activision would have done their homework on, and I believe they would have looked into and thought, yes, we've got potential to win this. And just the very fact of being threatened with $1 billion worth of a subpoena, that's something that I wouldn't be stupid enough to take on. So I'd probably cease. Now, the problem I have with Activision on this is, one, why is it taking these guys so long to do something like this? Because the reality is, cheats have been in Call of Duty for years now. And my feeling is, this is more about the money than the actual integrity of Call of Duty and Call of Duty Warzone. Yes, that is a primary factor, but I think it's secondary to the one thing that is very, very important to Activision, and that is the shiny dollar. If you think about it, even though Warzone is a free-to-play game, they must have lost a shit ton of money from people who have turned their back on the likes of Warzone because of all the problems they've been experiencing, especially cheaters. On top of that, it's going to cost an amount of money for a team to send out bans and stuff. Whatever system they're using to do whatever they're doing before the anti-cheat system came in, it's got to have a certain amount of cost towards Activision. Among the microtransactions that they've probably missed out as well, it seems to me, because Call of Duty is in such a bad state, the easiest way for them to regain that money that they've lost is to go out there and sue this cheat company and probably get a out of court settlement, which is going to regain a couple million that they've probably lost in terms of the microtransactions and stuff. If their anti-cheat system, their ricochet system was so good, they probably wouldn't need to sue these people in the first place. I do still believe this is the right thing for Activision to do. I do still believe that even though I feel like they're a scummy company and what they've stood for, especially recently, stinks, the one thing that I would say I dislike more than Activision currently is definitely cheaters. I hate the fact that there are people out there that don't have the ability, the mechanical ability to be very good at the game, so they feel the need to go out there, purchase cheats and make other people's lives who are doing it legitimately miserable. And then we've got obviously people out there who are making a ton of money by cheating and being immoral and actually lying to their actual, fan base that they're legit when they're not. There's plenty of people who are capitalizing on that right now with YouTube channels and Twitch streams just constantly going off And there are people out there that are accusing certain people of being suspect. And whilst there's going to be legitimate people, there are going to be people out there that are cheating also. And then on top of that, you've got the likes of the rage hackers, the people that are actively making it impossible for you to aim at them, and just their sole purpose in life is to troll people who just want to enjoy this game with their mates on a weekend and have a couple beers while they're playing the game. I don't understand the mentality of those particular people. So for me, I'm glad to see that Activision is finally pulling their finger out. However, there is a part of me that believes this is all for the cameras and nothing's really going to come of it. It's just noise. It's just to take all the heat off Activision, to make them look like heroes. Because currently the game's in a mess. The dev team is getting peppered with criticism, and the likes of Activision is getting peppered also. So this could be that knight in shining armor moment that they've tried to time perfectly. Because why has this announcement just come out now? Timed it perfectly to make it look like Activision's doing something positive. It's about damn time that this has happened. How much of a consequence this is going to have for engine owning, that's something that we'll see in time. But personally, I do believe Activision has the weight to get them shut down. And if this does happen, then it can only be a positive. A cheap provider, a big, large, well-known cheap provider being taken down, can they just reopen again in somewhere that's more difficult for Activision to access them? Of course they can, but it takes them out of the game for a portion of time if that's what they choose to do, if they're brave enough. But for me, the more cheap providers that can be taken down, the better. So guys, down in the comment section, let me know your thoughts and feelings on this. Do you believe this is a good move by Activision? Do you think it's good for Call of Duty? Or do you think this is just a publicity stunt? Let me know down in the comment section. Guys, there are many buttons you could hit, but a like and subscribe button, I hope they tickle your fancy. And as always, guys, don't forget to stay on the right track. Peace.